Hey, what's up, family and friends? How's it going? I just wanted to thank you guys before this video ends for watching it, if you are watching it, because it means a lot to me. Also, I hope you get anything out of this, whether it's, just to see how I'm doing, whether it's a little bit of inspiration, motivation, whatever you want to call it, and good feeling. I think that's the big word. But I just want to tell some of you guys, for those that haven't really heard or seen what I've been doing, which is just, I pretty much just packed up and left. Things with the business were going well, but there was a couple roadblocks mentally for myself, a lot of fatigue and exhaustion that basically put me to a decision. And the decision was that I could no longer sustain the energy with the business. So basically, I've learned a lot of lessons with my business. I've learned, not necessarily say that I've learned. I'm learning that you have to make sure that your energy is good, that you're not burning yourself out, that you're learning, that you're staying strong and positive, that you're, everything around you in your life is going in the direction that you want it to, because when you go in the direction that you want it to, you feel good about that. But when things kind of get overwhelming, you don't feel good about that, and that in turn kind of pulls you down. So if there's one thing I could say about anything, whether it's you're working for something, whatever it is, just make sure, man, if you're not feeling right or whatever, do what you have to do to get your mind right. And that doesn't mean pushing yourself harder. That's not what getting your mind right's about. Maybe it's taking a big break. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's dropping clients. Maybe it's dropping the load and just getting by, but giving yourself more time to reflect, to spend more time with people that you want to spend time with, that are important to you, that make you grow, make you feel better. I think that's the biggest thing, is just feel good. So yeah, guys, if you can, just make sure you're doing that, because that's one thing I've learned. Anyways, we just finished the JMT, the John Muir Trail, about a week ago, and we're just chilling in LA, and we're actually leaving tonight to go to Las Vegas, which we're going to rent a vehicle, and we're going to basically travel Utah for 3 weeks. Take it all in, check out the Red Rock, soak up the experience, just enjoy, just use those eyes for what they're for. And this is kind of what the John Muir Trail taught me a little bit, was, man, in those moments, all that really matters is what you see in front of your eyes, what you hear, the peacefulness actually of what you hear as well, the beautiful animals, the beautiful scenery. Even sometimes when it's crazy out, we had an experience with hail, and that was cool. That was cool, we took it in, we were laughing, it was intense, but we loved it. So, it's just kind of the attitude you take towards things like that. And we took the positive route. Things didn't go as well as we had planned, and you're actually going to see a follow-up blog with this, where I'm going to show you pictures so you guys can kind of see what we went through, which was pretty funny. And that was a big learning curve, was this, how we used our senses, whether it was smell, touch, our sight, what we're hearing and feeling in the ground, and just everything, man. It was just everything, was just so much more vibrant, because although there was so much beauty, there wasn't a lot going on, so you just appreciated it more. You weren't, at first it was hard, and then as you got going into it, it was a part of the life. It was just how you saw things. And the biggest way I kind of felt that was after the trail, when you kind of come out to something like Los Angeles, where we're in now. And it was a little bit of a shock, but I mean, I prepared myself for it. I kind of brought myself back into society, so to speak, but you could definitely tell the senses were sensitive, which was a neat experience. Things on the trail were good. It was very hard at first physically. We had a 55 to 60 pound bag. It was extremely heavy. We ended up cutting weight very fast because there was just no way we were going to sustain that kind of load. And that was a good learning experience. What do you actually need versus what did you bring that you wanted? I brought a frisbee. I brought a certain type of shoes. I brought second pair of shorts. Just things that were not worth it to me. We brought some luxury items for sure, and we'll get into that a little later in another post. But for the most part, we've learned our lesson with what's needed and what we wanted. I think that was an important piece to a learning curve for us. The days were hot. We had 2 days of rain, 1 day of hail, like 2 days. Yeah, like the hail was with a rain day, and it was awesome. The weather's beautiful. Other than about the last week, I'd say 8 or 9 days, the smoke started to come in because of the fires, and it was really, really, really hard to see some of the views, and you'll see that in the follow-up post to this with the pictures. I got a picture of what it looked like when there was smoke and what it looked like when there was no smoke, kind of in the same picture, which is pretty gnarly. And it was burning our eyes. It was our heartburn like crazy. It was just insane. People that we met on the trail, as you might have seen in my last blog post, they're just amazing. Amazing people doing amazing things. Just kind of, and I say amazing things meaning just, man, they're doing what they want to do. I think is essentially what that means. So we just really loved seeing and exploring that. Yeah, what else did we do? Yeah, it took us 25 days. With me and Em, it was a bit of a struggle at first, and actually more in the middle than at first, with our paces. My pace was much faster than hers, but we eventually figured it out, and to be honest with you, it took a little bit, and we're still trying to work on it a little bit, but I think for the most part, we understand each other. And what we've come down to is I walk behind her for the most part. If she really wants me to walk in front of her, I will, but I'll try not to walk too far ahead. And really this is because this is an experience with both of us, and she brought light to my eyes with that stuff. And at first I was walking a bit ahead in the morning, and then she would walk ahead, and things were good, but you know what, there were some times where we were kind of by ourselves, and that's cool and all, but when you're seeing and experiencing really cool things and you're not being able to experience it with each other, it can be nice to do that. So I think we've kind of learned our path together, and that can go for anything really. It's just making a bit of that compromise, like I'm the speedier one. I gotta slow down versus her speeding up. I mean, for her to speed up in the trails would have killed her, and that wasn't really possible. It's possible for me to slow down. It's not for her to speed up. So, I totally made that compromise, but I love it still anyways. And I think that's an important thing that I learned on the trail, which is pretty cool. All in all, guys, I didn't really know what I was getting into going into this trail. Actually, to be honest, I had no clue. I love nature, sure, but I've never spent 25 days out in nature. I had no idea what I was to suspect. We saw a lot of deer, a lot of wildlife. We only saw one grizzly bear, or one bear, sorry. Black bear, and then we heard in our campsites sometimes people going bear, bear, bear. Well, we never it never came into our campsite at all or anything like that, so that's a good thing. But yeah, like anybody that's thinking about kind of just going out and exploring the mountains, exploring nature, man, like it's such a beautiful thing, and we're definitely addicted. I'm definitely addicted, although I would definitely say I need to change the way I do it. For example, we're going to Utah right now, and we are doing some hikes, but I need a little bit more adrenaline. I need something that's a little bit scarier for me, something that pushes me outside my comfort zone. Walking pushes me outside my comfort zone. Sometimes it's just kind of annoying. So we're going to do some biking, some canyoneering, we're going to do some rafting, hopefully. We've got some really cool things planned out with the help of some really cool people that I know, that I've met, and given us some kind of ideas as to what to do. We've rented a car, we're just heading out there. So this is going to be new scenery, but nonetheless still nature and still that solitude. Definitely away from the the daily grind most people have, which we call it grinds or whatever you want to call it. It's just nice. It's what I enjoy, and I don't think it's good or bad or anything. It's just right for me because that's what I feel like doing. So guys, yeah, that's kind of the update for that. Hopefully you guys watch the video, and I'm gonna say I'm not really sure when I'm gonna post next because I don't really have my computer yet up until about a month, so who knows. After that, you're gonna see lots more of me posting things and just kind of giving people some insight on what I've learned and what I'm thinking about with life, and just how to explore it, pushing your barriers a bit, your boundaries, and just, you know, you're never limited to anything. I think that's an important thing to realize. It's just how to get there, and sometimes, to be completely honest, it's letting go of everything, which helps you gain everything. I think is a really important kind of concept. Just to let you guys know, this is just off the cuff. I don't plan any of this stuff. I just kind of go, some videos are better than others, depending on the mood, depending on everything. But I want to get this video off because if I didn't, I don't know when I would be able to post this one again. So guys, thank you so much, and I hope you guys are watching and listening. I thank you so much for it. Mad love and support. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. I'll hit you up as soon as I can. Anything, with any questions about anything. I mean, life, training, I don't care what it is. I'm interested in everything, and I'd love to help you out or whatever. If you have a question, hopefully I can answer it. Anyways, guys, peace. Strength through struggle, baby. Remember that. Strength through struggle. Through struggle comes strength. Never forget it. All right? Peace.